Welcome to the board secretaries today. We are here to update you on some of our achievements and activities we have embarked on in recent times. Today we are discussing economic sabotage and the effort of the police being intensified to curb oil theft, and of course the arrest of 40 suspects and recovery of 2 vessels. The Nigerian Police Force, as part of its intensified efforts to curb the illegal oil theft and economic sabotage in the country, and in conjunction with the military and other relevant security agencies, has been in active listening on intelligence, sharing and collaboration with private security contractors engaged by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, particularly Tatita Security Service. The efforts led to the arrest of 40 suspected individuals and recovery of 2 vessels in 2 different interceptions at the Ogogoro oil field, Brass area, and Ekening area of southern Niger in Bayelsa State for conspiracy, tampering with oil pipeline, illegal transportation of crude oil, dealing in crude and storage sale without lawful authority or appropriate license, amongst others. The suspects were apprehended and subjected to investigation, having established a prima facie case against them. They will be arraigned in court to face charges related to economic sabotage and oil theft, which have been filed. Similarly, vessels used in illegal activities have been seized as part of the evidence against the suspects. Specifically, arraignment for suspects involved in the case of one of the vessels is scheduled for 26 February 2024, while the motion for interim forfeiture on the vessel and products contained therein will be held on 19 February 2024. The Inspector General of Police, however, criminal investigations have indicted numerous individuals and companies, including their foreign collaborators, who will in due course be interrogated and caused to face the full wrath of the law. The Inspector General of Police has therefore urged the public to be vigilant and report all suspicious activities related to oil theft and economic sabotage to the police, in line with its mandate as enshrined in Section 4, Subbracket D of the Police Act 2020, empowering the police to enforce all laws without any prejudice to the enabling hands of other security agencies. The Inspector General of Police stressed that the police is committed to improve synergy with all relevant stakeholders, including other government security agencies, towards putting an end to the legal activities of oil theft and economic sabotage in the country, and will continue to intensify its strategies and operations to curb same, while not hesitating to bring to justice any individual or group involved in such illegal activity. Another message that we say no killer or criminal will go unpunished. Ever since the gruesome murder of Nahiba, a young female resident of the Federal Capital Territory who was kidnapped alongside her sisters and their family residence at the Buhari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory on the 3rd of January 2024, the Nigerian Police Force has dedicated all available resources towards the complete and utter eradication of every act of criminality in the country. Since the launch of the IGP Special Intervention Squad, SIS, the operatives have clamped down heavily on crime and criminality, arresting one Idris Ishaku, aka Yellow, who was part of the kidnapping syndicate involved in the abduction of Naiba, and as assistants in many other crimes within and outside Federal Capital Territory. It will recall that on the 27th of January 2024, operatives of the Nigerian police arrested one Bello Umar, who was also part of the same kidnapping syndicate and was in charge of receiving ransom for each kidnapping operation carried out. The operatives of the Nigerian Police Force had engaged this notorious syndicate the previous day and had neutralized some of them, including their gang leader, Maigemu, aka Godara, which eventually led to the rescue of the kidnapped hostages and their reunion with their family members. Police operatives on 5th of February had also neutralized one Issa Dindi, a gang leader of another notorious kidnapping syndicate, which terrorized the day-to-day axis of the Federal Capital Territory, and in a similar event, in the early hours of February 8, 2024, the operatives of the RRT engaged and neutralized a group of notorious kidnappers and gun runners along Kefi Gidan Wire Road, Nasarawa State. At noon on February 15, 2024, combined team of the Federal Capital Territory Anti-Kidnapping Unit and local security operatives working on credible intelligence advanced to a bandit camp at Nasarawa State and engaged the bandits in an intense gun duel, which led to the bandits retreating and the rescue of 2 kidnapped victims who had been abducted 3 weeks prior to that time. Further investigation has led to the arrest of one Baidu Abubakar male of 38 years, who has been on the wanted list of the Federal Capital Territory Police Command as an informant to these bandits. On the 15th of February 2024, at about 8 p.m., a report was made at Panshin Division, Plateau State, that a group of unknown gunmen had invaded the residence of one Anne John, female, at GRA Panshin, and abducted 3 persons to unknown destination. Upon receipt of this information, police operatives swung into action alongside local security operatives and trailed the hoodlums into the bushes along Panshin Dam, where they engaged them in a gun battle. Perceiving the superior firepower of the police operative, the hoodlums quickly abandoned the kidnapped victims and fled. The victims were rescued and have been given medical attention. Efforts have been intensified to arrest the fleeing hoodlums. On the same 15th of February 2024, Nigerian police operatives of Nasarawa State arrested one Daniel Akpadia, male, 42 years, for the attempted abduction of one Martha Ogara, female, 31 years, whom the suspect had met on her way returning home on the 13th of February 2024. The suspect had offered her a ride in his vehicle, which she obliged, and on getting to an isolated area, he brought out a knife and stabbed her multiple times. He then tried to force her into the boot of his vehicle, but she managed to raise an alarm to alert people. This made the suspect abandon the victim and fled. Upon arrest of the suspect and a resulting search of his residence, the victim's clothes and bag were recovered, as well as a locally made pistol. Operatives of the Lagos State Command Tactical Team on the 15th of February 2024 at about 10 a.m. also raided several criminal hideouts at the Ijaniki area, Alasia and Era Aziz of Lagos, and arrested 22 suspects, including one Emeka Collins, male 36, who had been on the wanted list of the Lagos State Police Command. Day by day, the men and officers of the Nigerian Police Force continually strive and intensify efforts to tackle every form of crime and criminality and ensure the transformation of our dear country into heaven of our good citizens. And to the deviants of society, let it be known that there is no place to hide, nor flourish here. We will keep coming for you and eradicating you from our society until we attain the peace and tranquility we all desire in this country. In the case of Ekiti school pupils kidnapping and the killings of traditional rulers in Ekiti and Kwara respectively, we assure Nigerians that we are closing in on the suspects and all of them involved will be apprehended in no distant time. On the case in Nasarawa, where that get actually got a ride from someone, The message again is our people should be very cautious of vehicles they patronize. We have said it on several occasions. If you want to go to somewhere, always patronize government-known and registered parks and garages. Standing by the roadside, looking for free ride might be very difficult. This is the case of this young girl in Nasarawa Oasis who actually got a ride from someone and the driver stabbed her repeatedly, wanted to kidnap her, but she was lucky to raise an alarm, and of course people came around and the driver fled and she was eventually rescued. And the message again is for them to please, Nigerians to please patronize registered parks and garages, avoid what we call sole or leads, or looking for free rides. It is very, very dangerous. To speak more on the incident, we are closing in on some of the suspects. We are working hard, we have spread our tentacles to Ekiti, Ondo, and part of Kwara State to get these suspects who carried out these deadly attacks and kidnapping of some of the puppies there. The puppies have been rescued, but we always say no suspect or no killer or criminal will go unpunished. You can only run, you cannot hide. We'll surely get you. Thank you, gentlemen of the press. That's a message for you. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming. Any clarification? Would you go?
I want to know if the vessels were empty, and if they weren't empty, what was the quantity of oil found in them?
They are loaded, I guess. The vessels are loaded and the contents and everything, the shelter, the cost.
How many is the size of the vessel?
The length of boat is 120 meters, I think, by what I can remember, this is large. And capacity, and it's all of them are about 3 million.